Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Go for Lunch. So today we're going to talk about a program called Drafts. So Drafts is a very interesting program. This is Go for Lunch number 106, and my name is Roger Harmon, your host, and GoFor Technology is our company where we make your technology work for you. So, gotta love a company whose name is Agile Tortoise. That's the company that produces Drafts. The developer, Greg Pierce, I've heard on several podcasts lately, and I always like to listen to people involved in companies. It gives me a good feeling for that company, and I definitely have a good feeling about Agile Tortoise and Greg Pierce. So their tagline at Drafts is where text starts. So think about that, where text starts. They've been doing this for 10 years. So it's not a newcomer to the scene. So it's a mature product that they continue to develop. So you can think of Drafts as a quick capture note app. Say that 3 times fast. Quick capture note app. So why should you consider using Drafts? Well, one thing is that it syncs to all of your devices. It eliminates clutter, and it allows you to use the power of your Apple devices to search for things instead of trying to shuffle things on your desk. Does your desk look like this, perhaps? You know, I'm not calling anybody out here, but it is not unusual for me when I'm visiting clients to have a desk that has Post-it notes, has legal pads, has spiral-bound notebooks, all these different things where things have been written down, information, techniques on how to do things, and then the person is struggling trying to figure out which of these various note-taking devices they used to write that down when they need that information. So I'm suggesting that maybe you could use the power of your Apple devices and Drafts to make this system a little more manageable and useful. So, where do you get Drafts? Well, it's in all of the app stores, the iOS App Store for your iPhone and your iPad, the Mac App Store for your Mac, and it is even available on your Apple Watch. And let me try this again because I did not get that up there. Okay, here we go. Where to get it? The app stores, the iOS App Store, the Mac App Store, and it's also available on your Apple Watch. Okay. So another way to think about Drafts is it's an inbox for all of your text. Now, it also has a text editor built in, so once you capture that idea, you can modify it right there inside Drafts. And it's, when you have that idea, that idea that pops into your head, you can capture it right away by using Drafts and then decide later where you want it to end up. So some of the places that Drafts can go is you can just simply copy it and then paste it someplace else. You can make an email message out of it. You can share it in a bunch of different ways. You can also make it into a text message. You can tweet it. You can do an internet search with it. You can create an event in your calendar. You can create a reminder in the Reminders app. You can print it in several different ways. You can save it to the Files app on your iOS device. You can save it to iCloud. You can save it to a program like Evernote. And more OneDrive, OneNote, Google Drive, Google Docs, WordPress if you've got a WordPress website, You can save it to Box, which is another cloud-based storage system. If you have the app called Things, you can make it go into there, and you can send it to Microblog. So let's look at how all this works, shall we? So we are going to go to our iPhone. So there we are with our iPhone. And you'll notice in the lower right hand corner the blue icon, that's Drafts. So when you're utilizing Drafts, I would recommend that you put it on the home page so you don't have to go looking for it. So there we go. All we have to do is tap it. It's ready to go. So I could type something in here. Like that. Oops. Okay. Or I think a better way to do it is tap on the microphone in the lower right hand corner of the keyboard and simply dictate my brilliant idea at the moment that it comes into my brain. Okay. So now we can either swipe from right to left or tap on the little icon in the upper right, and then we get the actions. So here are our basic actions. So our basic actions. So you can see all the different things listed here. I was kind of at the bottom of the list, but you can see here copy, mail, share, message, tweet, a Google search, an event, a reminder with options. So let's say we want to mail this. This is just an idea that we needed to contact somebody by email. So we're going to tap on mail. And notice that the first line of what you put into Drafts becomes the subject automatically. So this is some automation that's built in to Drafts. And then all we would have to do is title or put in the person we're sending this to. We'll send this to our producer, but we're not actually going to send it because I know that she's traveling today, so we won't bug her, so we're going to cancel out of that. So we could make it into a text message. Again, there's what we put in, and again we would just address it here, and we're not going to send it. So I think you're getting the idea. We could do all these different functions here, and the list goes on and on. Okay. So let's do another demonstration here. What if we have an Apple Watch? Something like this. Let me get it centered here, get the reflection off of it. So I'll hit the digital crown once, twice, and you can see, hopefully you can see right here is the Drafts icon. So I'm just going to use a stylus here. And then you can either use the scribble function, you see here the scribble icon, or you can just hit a plus. And again, I would hit the microphone here in the lower right hand corner. Using the Apple Watch is another good way to capture your ideas using Drafts. Then I click on Done, and that's captured. So you notice here it says inbox. I have 11 things in my inbox. So that's how it works on the Apple Watch. So let's try it on the Mac. So we're going to go into the Finder, and we're going to open Drafts, and there it is. So you can see right here, this is what I just dictated on my Apple Watch. This is what I just entered with the iPhone, and then here are some other things that I have already entered and that I haven't done an action on yet. So here's the inbox. So this is showing the inbox. You can also flag things. You can put on tags to further differentiate things for use in your actions. So there's lots of things you can do. And again, this works on the Mac, the iPhone, the iPad, and the Apple Watch. So, Drafts is free. The free version includes the editor, a draft list, the action list, and as we showed there, it integrates in a lot of your apps that you use every day. There is also a pro version of Drafts, which costs about $20 a year, and it adds the capability of creating and editing the actions. You can change themes, syntaxes, and icons. You can have workspaces, which is a way to categorize the different things that you capture right there inside Drafts. And it can support enhanced automation. So Drafts can manipulate the text in different ways as it puts it into your different apps. So this is from the Mac version. This is about Drafts, where text starts. And as you can see, it's on version number 32. So again, this is a 10-year-old app, and it is obviously being updated on a pretty regular basis. The version is 32. However, the name of the program at the moment is Drafts 5. So it's had 5 major revisions over the 10 years, and they're in version 32 right now. So another nice feature about Drafts is a community dedicated to sharing information about how to use and extend Drafts. So that's the Drafts community, very active, so you can go in there and ask questions or see other questions that have been answered to help you understand how to use Drafts. So it's a very strong community and a very big help to understanding Drafts and how to use it. So Drafts is as complex as you want it to be or as simple as you want it to be. So this would be considered maybe as Drafts 101 to get you started. You can download it for free and start playing with it and see how you can integrate it into your everyday life to capture things at the moment when they occur to you so they don't get away. So if you haven't already, please add any questions to the comments. And don't forget to share the GoFor Gazette, which comes out every Monday morning at 7 o'clock with other people in your life that are fans of Apple products. And I want to thank the people that have subscribed recently. We now have 90 subscribers. So we only need 10 more to reach 100, which gives us a custom URL from YouTube, which makes it easier to find our programs in our archive on YouTube. So remember, everything that we do here on Tuesdays is permanently recorded and kept up on YouTube, so you can look at them later. If you have a question, you can always go back to a previous program and see what we did and learn from those hopefully helpful programs. So let's look at our comments here. Good morning, Bob. And Diana has loads of ideas. So hopefully this will give you an idea of how to handle those so they don't escape. And Gretchen says that she is collecting ideas and thoughts for 2 separate articles using drafts. Can I designate a particular file for each one so that they are sure to get into the right file? That's a good question. So let's just try that. I haven't tried to do that. So I'm going to assume that you're capturing these ideas in drafts on your iPhone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gretchen. So let's go back to our iPhone. And we're going to swipe. Oops, we didn't want to do that. So we want to go back to our page here. There we go. So we're going to go back and we're going to go to Files. So Files is an app that comes with your iPhone and your iPad from Apple. So you would want to put it in iCloud Drive so it syncs across all your devices. So here's a list of all my folders. And so yeah, so the answer, Gretchen, would be if you created a separate folder on iCloud Drive, then you could select the folder right here and it would go into that folder. So all you'd have to do is create a folder. And let's go to text edit, for example. And looks like there's nothing in text edit. So anyway, yeah. So yes, you could categorize them. And we're going to just cancel out of that. So, okay, so thank you, David. Glad you're enjoying the demonstration. And so Gretchen, yeah, so you could do it on the Mac as well. So we didn't demonstrate the Mac, so let's do that right now. So let's go to the Finder. Let's launch Drafts. There it is. So here you are in your inbox. And we've selected this one. So up here in the top, I think it's right here. There's our action list. And then we go to Files. Okay, so that's so Files doesn't work on the Mac because that's an iOS app. So we could go to, let's see here. There should be, you would think there would be one here for notes, but I'm not seeing notes. I imagine that could be set up. So, but you could do it to iCloud Drive. Okay. However, it's not giving us a choice of what folder in iCloud Drive it goes into. So I will check into that a little bit more. There may be an automation that would have to be created. So good question. So yes, if it's created in iCloud, it can be accessed from any device. Very good question. Okay, so there you have it. A quick overview of drafts just to get you thinking about it. And again, it's free to download and probably always going to be free unless you are more of a developer type of person and you want to really customize it. It will be free for life. and you can use it to get those ideas into electronic form, so you can categorize them and search for them. So when you need them, it's just a simple search on your Apple devices. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. And as always, if you have any questions, you can call me or email me, and that information is on the screen coming up right now. Have a great day.